Very good. Good eyes, good eyes. Let's look for actionable signals for next week. Let's do it. All right, we got a question in the chat from Kaizen Trades. He said, what would you suggest if someone is day trading? Where should you start daily signals, enforce and reconfirm on lower time frames or gappers, or maybe something else? All right, we also have we got Abbott in healthcare inside a week. Yes, you're right. All right, so let me answer this question first. For day trading, I suggest let's go to SPY. I'm not saying go trade SPY. I'm saying we're going to look at SPY. Why? Because it's just easier. Everybody's looking at it. It's just easier to talk about. So if you're day trading, what you want to do is you do want to look at SPY. You want to have at least 2 monitors. Let me see here. Yep, you want to have at least 2 monitors. You're going to have SPY on this monitor. All right, and then you're going to have the stocks you actually want to trade on this monitor. Why? Because you want to see what's happening in the overall market. You want to see what's happening in the overall battlefield. All right. Right now, it's 2 down on the month, but there's buyers on the week. There's buyers on the day. All right. There's buyers on the day. When the day starts, you don't do anything for the first 15 minutes. Don't you do it. Don't do it. For the first 15 minutes of the day, do nothing. Wait till the smoke clears, meaning the battle starts right at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time in New York. That's when the market opens. All right. If you're in California, that's 6:30 in the morning. So you got to get up. So be careful. Unless you have an order that's already sitting there and it triggers, that's fine, all right? Because that's the platform working for you. But if you have not done anything yet, you don't have any orders in, you're just waiting, do nothing for the first 15 minutes. Why? Because as soon as that bell rings, especially in earnings season, you can guarantee there's people that are losing, that are trying to get out. There's people that says, this is my entry, this is where I wanted to be in, and they're trying to buy. And then there's people that don't know what they're doing and they're scrambling. All right, either they're trying to get out, or add more. Or they're averaging down on losers. It's a mess. All right, it's a hot mess for the first 15 minutes. And then Rob would suggest even wait for the first 30 minutes. If you watch my weekend shift with charts, we talked about just waiting for the first half an hour. Let the smoke clear. Now, after the smoke clears and then the buyers are more aggressive or the sellers, now you can start working stuff. So let's just say right here on Monday it was red, all right, but then Tuesday 2-2 reversal back up. Once you see that 2-2 reversal back up on this other monitor, 2-2 reversal back up, that lets you know that the buyers are more aggressive. So what you're going to do is go to your weekly chart or the sectors. You can go down the sectors and see what other things that are 2 up on the day. That's where the buyers are. Go to those. They're already working. All right. Then you're going to drill down in those sectors for the things that are working in that sector. You're going to trade what's called a simultaneous break, and you're going to trade as many as you can. Let's just say 5 right now to make the math easy. You make 5 winning positions. 5 winning positions. Not just one. We don't just go, Roblox is working. Let me trade Roblox because that works. That works for me. No, I'm going, they're in healthcare. No. They're in tech. Let's just say tech. They're in tech. 2-2 reversal back up on the day. Tech is also 2-2 up on the day. What else is in that sector 2 up on the day? I'm gonna buy. I'm getting Best Buy. I don't know. Now I'm blanking. You're getting all these other tech stocks. All right, up the let's just, and then if it's easier for you, up to 5. Now you're trading 5 stocks, and you're working them to the highs. All right. You're working them as they keep going, and you could have worked them all week. Let's go to tech anyway. Let's go to tech. I'm trying to answer this question on day trading, all right? Look at that. Bam. You're looking for anything and everything doing that exact same thing. You're not looking for, your best trading ideas, and this is what Wall Street's bets says they're in, and I'm in GameStop. No. I'm in tech. and I'm looking for all the stocks doing the exact same thing as this because it's in force. The buyers are in there now. I want them all. I want like Pokemon. I'm capturing them all to the highs. And that is easier to manage trading that simultaneous break that way than trying to get your best 5 to 10 trading ideas. No, look for those simultaneous breaks. Anyway, institutional buyers are in tech, for example. Now, as the week progresses, as a day trader, as the week progresses, you're going to be watching the week and you're going to be watching your days. And then you're always asking yourself, are the days reconfirming what we're seeing on the week? And is the week reconfirming what we're seeing on the month? If any of that time frame continuity changes, you need to push your stops up, get stopped out with profit, and either switch gears or do nothing. Now, I'm going to close this question with this. If you need to see all 4 time frames, even as a day trader, you need to see what's happening on the month. You need to see what's happening on the week. If you do not have the higher tier subscription to TradingView or TrendSpider or whatever trading platform you use, and you cannot see 4 charts, you need to at least see 2. You need at least see 2. And in the pre-market, you're gonna look at the week. You're gonna look at the month and the week. That way you can go, okay, they're buying on the month and they're buying this week. And then when the bell rings, you're going to switch it to the daily chart and the 60-minute chart. All right. Now you can toggle that 60-minute chart to smaller time frames like the 30 or the 15. Be careful, but you definitely want to have the daily chart up. That way you can see, okay, yes, they are buying today, and I'm trading reversals on the 60-minute or the 30-minute to work that. All right, does that make sense? That's how you want to do that. If you cannot see 4 charts, you want to at least look at 2. Man, that was a lot. That was a long answer for day trading. Gaps, you can trade gaps. Rob used to get people in there on the gap list, especially in earnings season right now. Why? Because when there's a gap up, the buyers are already there. The question is, are they going to keep buying when the bell rings? When the price gaps up, we look for that reversal back down. And then you hear people on Twitter like, why is it going down? They beat earnings and it's got great guidance. It's because the buyers got what they wanted and they're taking their profits. All right. So now you can start working that thing to the downside where everybody's balling. Everybody's balling. Anyway, and then when there's a gap down, you look for that reversal back up. All right. There's a gap down. Are they going to keep selling it? Or is the buyers going to go, this is a chance for us to get back in here? That was bad earnings. That was terrible guidance. But we want to be in here trading that 2-2 reversal back up or 2-1-2 up. All right, someone said Abbott. Oh, Abbott Labs. We already have this on the weekend watch list. It's inside week. All right, it is 2 down on the month, but it is inside week. Now this could go either way. It could go above 132.89, or it can go below 127.14. Now, this could either, if it goes to the lows, it's going to reconfirm what we're seeing on the month. If it goes to the highs above 132.89, it shows that the buyers really want to be in here for a 2-1-2 continuation up. Yes, you can do that. And we do have a hammer on the day. Do we trade combinations? Yes. All right. I got a hammer on the week, and I want a side of hammer on. I got an inside bar on the week, and I want to get a hammer on the daily, please. I want a side of hammer on the daily, please. That'd be great. Combinations. I talk about that in the Strat trade checklist course. We don't just take every dang reversal on the screen. We match them up with combinations. We look at time frame continuity. There's a criteria that there are 4 easy questions that we answer even before we get in on a trade. All right. So someone said, what is a failed 2? I said, what's a failed 2 like 4 times. Let's do it again. What's a failed 2? This right here is a failed 2. This is a failed 2 right here, meaning it went 2 down. It went 2 down. But then started coming right back up. Is that a failed 2? No. That's just going back up. Let me get a good one. Let me get a good example. Let me get a good one. Here's a failed 2 right here. Failed 2. It did go 2 down, but then it went green. All right, back to the highs in their face. All right, that's a better example. That's a way better example. All right. I don't necessarily ever say failed twos, or I usually just say it's 2 up but red, or 2 down but green. It's just easier to say. There's nothing wrong with the term failed two. Rob used to say that all the time. Is Nvidia, Apple failed two? Let's go look at Nvidia. Nvidia, yes, that is a failed 2 on the week. So potential 2-2 reversal back up on the week in Nvidia. We'll put that on the watch list. I want to see hammers, shooters, inside bars, but it's already on the weekly signals list. All right, but potential 2-2 reversal back up. Let's see if we can get it going back through this previous range up in here and take all these guys out. There is a level of reclaim right here. If it gets back up in there, we have all of this to work. All right, all the way up to the top of that fractal triangle at 130. You have all these targets in that range. Hopefully it gets all the way back through that and we go talk to 130. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? How your mama doing? And then Apple, AAPL. Hopefully those tariffs don't kick in, because if it does, Apple phone, then my phone is going to be $4,000 a piece. Anyway, yes, possible 2-2 reversal back up in Apple. Sorry, that looks weird to me. I don't know why, but it is in this level of reclaim right here. If it gets stuck in here, that's some other problem. If we get a 3-2-2 back up, it takes out 120 or 212, and then gets back up to 225. You have a reason to get in there. And a 2 down in green or a 2 up in red. Yeah. He's laughing at me. He's like, yeah, I know. He's just participating. Like, I know, man. Dang. Anyway, let's get to the weekly watch list. Let's break it on down. There's a lot of stuff in here from last week, but I also put a lot of stuff in here from this week. Let's look at what worked and what didn't work, all right? And we're going to narrow this down. Costco, this is for this week. Costco, hammer on the week for Costco. All right, and it is back in this level of reclaim on the week back here. All right, let's go see if we talk to 1,065.98. Goodness gracious, is there going to be a stock split soon? Hope so. I hope so. But them Costco hot dogs stay $1.50, so they're, that's good. That's a good thing. Costco, hammer on the week. We're going to leave it on the list, of course. Now did work for the 313 Motor City Madhouse on the week. Why is this a 313 Motor City Madhouse? Everybody was freaking out in here. This thing went 312 down. They're like, yay, and then it went right back in their face. They're like, oh, not again, because it already happened back here. They sold it down and bought it up, and then it consolidated, and then they sold it down and bought it up again. My goodness, hot potato. If you're holding puts on that, you're like, get out of these. Get out of the puts, please. No actionable signal for next week, all right? Take it off the list. MKC, this is actionable signal for this week. The stock is $6.95. That's a lot. But it is hammer on the week. And then here's your month. All right, here's your months. Let's see if this Momo hammer reconfirms that there's buyers on the month, all right? And it is at all-time highs, so be careful. If that thing goes in force, your target's 728. You can do that. All right, clickety clack. It did go 313 Motor City Madhouse back to the highs. No actionable signal for next week, but you can look for that 3-2 up. VRTX, this is for this week. Hammer on the week. This is healthcare. We already talked about this, all right? This is healthcare. Forming a hammer on the week. Green on the week. There's buyers on the month. The green on the month, there's buyers in there. And then hammer on the week. Let's see if that goes in force above 498. Your first target's going to get hit immediately at 502. But so you also got 514 and then 519. Let's see if they get it all back up in there. All right, VRTX. Synopsis, 212. One bar rev strat on the week. That one did work. Very good to the highs. And no actionable signal for next week. Take it off. Adobe. Adobe did go 1 bar rev strat to the highs. No actionable signal for next week. Take it off. I'm going to say that a lot. ANSS, 1 bar rev strat on the week, back to the highs. All right. Hammer and force on the week. There you go. You could still be in that, but no actionable signal for next week. Take it off. We're looking for actionable signals that reconfirm what we're seeing on the month. We're looking for hammers, shooters, inside bars. Scenario 3, 1 bar rev strat on ANC, ACN, no actionable signal for next week, but if you took that, you can still be in that. CDNS, very good, back to that previous range, back to the highs. No actionable signal for next week. AMGN, inside on the week. AMGN, this is also healthcare. AMGN, inside on the week. Inside on the week. Now it is shooter and force on the month, and this can go either way. Either it's going to go above 284 or below 270. If it goes below 270, you know what to do. CRM, there's a lot of crap on this chart. CRM, 1 bar rev strat, you could still be in that, but no actionable signal for next week. On the weekly chart, Humana in healthcare, looking at that hammer. Looking at that hammer in XLV, there's a hammer on Humana. All right, it goes in force above 267. The magnitude is 298. Come on now, give it to me. All right, Carvana, it is rev strat on the month. Excuse me, rev strat on the week. Getting back into this level of reclaim right here on the week, above 223.02, and the magnitude right there is 294. So let's see if that continues on. No actionable signal for on the weekly chart. Shaking my head. 1 bar rev strat, no actionable signal on the weekly chart. Tech, 1 bar rev strat to the highs. We were looking for this to go to the lows. It did that for a little bit, but then again, right back in their face. Now the week is green. Excuse me, the month is green. All right, this is full time frame continuity back to the upside. They're getting back in tech. ADI, this is also tech. 1 bar 212 up. AVGO, that worked. Rev strat on the week. Getting out of that. Cutting it off. I'm cutting all these out because there's no actionable signals for next week. You can still be in this. These are good trades. There's no reason to get out. Momo hammer and force on Boeing. Shout out to Erica. This thing is working. I always make fun of her for trading Boeing. I'm like, you trade the worst stock in the world, Boeing. But hey, she don't care. She's making money. We laugh. It's a good time. Boeing, and then UHS, hammer on this is healthcare, hammer on the week, come on now, let's do this, hammer on the week. Now it's back in this level of reclaim. You have an actionable signal that supports that. If it goes above 175.78, the magnitude's 190, and then of course you got 195 at the top of this fractal triangle here. We'll keep that on list. Texas Instruments, 212 up. Very good. That worked. CDW, 1 bar rev strat on the week. It did work. All right. Johnny John. All right. Johnson & Johnson, inside on the week. It is 2-2 reversal back down on the month. We only have a week left. We'll see what they want to do here. Either it's going to go in force above 158 or in force below 152. You know what to do. AMAT, 1 bar rev strat back to the highs. If you just worked this weekend shift, weekly signals watch list from last week, and then watch the updates on the weekend shift updates throughout the week, that's on YouTube, you've been making money. You would have saw when it changed, and you would have saw what you needed to do, all right, to make money on these tech stocks. All right, WSM, 1 bar rev strat. Taking it all off. All right, QCOM, you got to prune your lists. 212 up. QCOM, JBL, 1 bar rev strat. That's good. TEL, inside bar, hammer and force, and it hit magnitude. That worked. very good. From 131 up to 143. Come on now. Come on. Keys. Give me the keys to the car. Give me the keys. The buyer said, give me the keys. We're going back to the other side. But sellers are like, no, it's green on the, it's red on the month. No. Buyer said, give me the keys. We're done with this. We're going back to the highs. DVA, hammer in healthcare, hammer on the week, hammer on the week. All right, it is 2 down on the month, but it is hammer on the week. Still getting through here. Costco and Netflix need the split. That's right. Netflix is also up $1,000. All right, $1,000. Craziness. Oracle, 1 bar rev strat. All right, that worked. That worked. Healthcare, we put this on the watch list, weekly signals, so we can watch this sector. And you've seen me talk about healthcare. All right, keep trading those simultaneous breaks. We have a Momo hammer in CAH. Healthcare, Cardinal Health. All right, Momo hammer. Now this thing is at all-time highs. You got to be careful. We're not going to use no imaginary extended fibs and Fibonacci's and everything. We're not doing that. You can work that, but you got to know it's at all-time highs. Jam with buyers. That is true exhaustion risk. Let's see here. MPC with Marathon. Trying to come back up on the month. It did go 212 up on the week. All right. Very good. Very good. You can still be in that. Abbott. We already talked about Abbott. We already talked about NVIDIA. Green. This is full-time frame continuity back to the upside. Green on the month. A possible 2-2 reversal back up on the week. Here's your days. Here's your 60s. I don't need RSI to tell me that. All right, that is going back to highs. I don't need that. You don't either. Deck. Possible 2-2 reversal back up, but they're not doing anything. I'm taking these guys off. Get out of here. Fortnite, FTNT, scenario 3, 1 bar rev strat. It's at the top of the broadening formation on the week. Looking for the 3-2 up on that. You can still be in that. Almost done, guys. D-Dog. Ooh, that's a lot. Ooh, that's a lot. D-Dog, we're going to rush through these. It did work. All right, take it off. Let's go straight to, we're not going to, you've seen, there's a lot of them that worked, right? You saw a lot of these are tech stocks. XLE, no actionable signal for next week. I'm going to clean this up after the show, okay? I want you guys to, you saw my process, all right? You see how I'm cleaning it up, all right? You definitely want to go through your list and do your research. Look at what worked. Look what didn't work. Look at the ones you took. Look at the ones that you didn't take. What could you have done? Cisco, this is staying on the list. Possible 2-2 reversal back up. Dominion, D, it didn't do anything. Doji, it didn't do nothing. Microchip, it did work. 212 back up. Glow, Corning Incorporated, 1 bar rev strat. Looking for some good ones here. Juniper, what did Juniper do? 1 bar rev strat to the highs. Oh, we do have a hammer in Prague. That's also, I'm pretty sure that's healthcare as well. Hammer on the week. INTC, it did work, but it ain't doing much. HP, this is healthcare. Inside on the week. No, that's tech. That's tech. I'm sorry. 1 bar rev strat. Key, and this is a different key. 1 bar rev strat. Woo. Back to the highs, and then XRX back to the highs. I'm going to clean this up. How do you do that? You go to the edits, and Prague was one. You're just going to clean this up. If you have this watch list that imported in your, if you have it imported in your TradeStation account, it's going to get changed right now. Let's get it here. I'm kind of doing this by memory here. I need to clean it up. Yep, all those, get that out of here. Video was, that had, yep, Glow, get that out of there. NVIDIA's good, get this one out of here. ANET, get that out, get it out of here. MU, I can't remember what MU did. This one definitely nothing. Costco's good, Abbott's good, Amgen. All right, so I got to go through that, make sure I didn't really like destroy this list. Delta D Dominion, get that out of here. All right, I'm gonna keep refining that. All right, so if you have my watch list, I'm gonna update that right now. So your watch list just updated at home. Okay, give it some time. Give it some time. It'll update. Promise. All right, so a lot of healthcare in here. All right, let's look at the actionable signals for this week. Just do a review because you saw me just cleaning up my cleaning up the watch list. Costco, hammer on the week. MKC, hammer. Amgen, inside bar. Humana, lots of healthcare, hammer. Johnny John, inside week. DVA, all right. Diva, hammer on the week. Chevron, possible 2-2 reversal back up. All right, so if you're trading Exxon with Mr. Failed 2, you can look at, if you're looking at Exxon, you better look at Chevron. There's an actionable signal there. All right, they both could go at the same time. That's a simultaneous break. KHC, excuse me, CAH, Cardinal Health, Momo hammer on the week, Abbott inside on the week, Nvidia possible 2-2 up, XLE no actionable signal, possible, nah, it could probably keep going, but be careful. All right, we are looking at Exxon, we are looking at Chevron. ACAM, get it off of there. XRT retail, nope. Again, more stuff to clean up. TLT, LNT, taking that off the list. That's a doji thing. That is not a hammer. It's a little tedious. All right. Yes, I could use a scanner and just like, here's a bunch of scans, and then that's what I'm working with. I could do that, but you're going to learn a lot more just manually going through the charts. Look for those actionable signals. PRGO, Prague, all right, hammer on the week. HP, inside on the week, and key, get that off of there. All right, I got a little bit more cleaning to do. Just a little more. I see the chat rolling. Hold on, I see the chat rolling. Update that thing. Update. All right. Let's see here. Hey, I bet. Yeah, Brent gets it. He gets the joke. He gets the joke. All right. Any last call for the stocks and all. Give me a. What do you got? What do you got? I'm looking for a lot in healthcare. Give me a ticker. Give me a ticker. Give me a ticker. If you don't have any, that's fine. You can always go to the stock market scanner here on TrendSpider, and then go to the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner, looking for inside bars, because there's a lot of scenario threes. So here you go, save. We'll put this out on Twitter as well. I'm gonna call it Twitter. His mama named him Twitter. I'm gonna call him Twitter. Right here, Strat Soldier Easy Setups. There's 17 inside weeks. There's a lot on here I did not put on the list. All right. You can look through those. All right. Nothing. CVS they're trying to get their act together. All right. Trying to get their act together at $65 inside week. We'll put that on the watch list. All right. Take the time to organize your stocks by condition. So, seeing no more requests for tickers. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Thank you, Mr. Failed Ramstrat. Thank you. Let's see here. Thank you. Did you look at ADD when trading SPY? Did you look at AD when trading SPY? No. No, I did not. No, I did. Beach Bum, Terry Baker, Mr. Failed 2, Daily Q, Beach Bum, I said it, Marlon B, Justin Davis, Lucy, Elose, Jason, Gulliver's Travels, Dub Jones. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Katie. Thank you all for being here. It was fun. You guys make this stuff fun, and you always catch me on my own flubs. You don't give me no slack. Like, hey man, ain't that a continuation? Oh yeah, my bad. So much fun. Thank you so much. I got my Strat shirt on. Make sure, maybe we'll get some Strat shirts out there. Go check out thestratsoldier.com, thestratsoldier.com. All right, and that's going to get you. There's an ebook, brand new ebook in there called Hammer in Force. Hammer in Force. Now, a Hammer in Force is a 2-2 reversal backup. And going back to this, Mr. Failed 2, all right, only trades 2-2 reversals. I love traded 2-2 reversals as well. Hammer in Force, that's my jam. It also comes with a bonus vid. Go check out Mr. Failed 2. He's also got an ebook sitting out there. I want to work with people that trade those strat correctly, all right? Don't let these people out here tell you some weird stuff and they get you in on some Discord and they teach you, all the bad stuff. But if they do, come back to thestratsoldier.com and I'll teach you how to do it right. Again, Hammer and Force ebook comes with a bonus vid. I'll be putting a one-on-one session out there for next week. Also got Combat Load. Combat Load is going to get you all the courses, 2 ebooks, and a one-on-one session, and a copy of the Strat Camp webinar. All of it, all in one bundle. And also, when I come out with any kind of new products, whether it be a video, whether it be a course, an ebook, whatever it is, it goes back into that Combat Load bundle, and you essentially get it for free. All right, so that does not end. As when I put out more stuff, you basically you do get it for free. All right, you get it for free. But you can also go into the stratsoldier.com and like piecemeal. You can get the execution course by itself. You can get the strat trade checklist where I talk about time frame continuity by itself. You can get unlocking broadening formations by itself. Still waiting on the mug. I know, I've been looking for it. The question is, do I want to start paying another service to make these mugs and then you buy it from the company and they ship you the coffee mug, or do I just buy a bunch of these weekend shift coffee mugs and I'm going to the mailbox every other week? I don't know. We'll see. I know, Marlon B. I know. I know y'all want this. I know you want it. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Thank you for the super chats. I'm going to do a coaching session in give me 5 minutes. I'm going to do a coaching session, which is basically a mini one-on-one with the Strat of the Weekend Shift crew and the Strat Warriors. If you want to join that, get on YouTube. I'll show you how. Thank you so much for everybody being here. This was fun. Thank you so much. This is the Strat Soldier for the Weekend Shift. You guys have a good night. Remember, we learn how to trade the strat, not so we can stare at the charts all day long, but so we can set up we can organize our stocks by condition, then set our orders, and then forget it. Shut your laptop, enjoy your life, all right? That's why we trade the strat. I'll talk to you guys next week. This is the Strat Soldier for the Weekend Shift. Peace.